Today I'm going to make some venison stew in cream of mushroom soup. This is a recipe from my friend Ohm's Law, and I've been wanting to give it a try. So what we got here are some red onions. I didn't have any white onions or yellow onions. I got some coarsely chopped garlic, and I wanted to show you these before I chopped them up, but these are onions that had started growing in my pantry, and I grew them in my flower box outside, my planter box outside, and these are the tops of those onions. Look at them, they're huge. So I'm gonna get them chopped up, and I'm going to cook the onions and the garlic, get them all nice and caramelized, and then I will sear the venison, and then after the venison and everything is nice and seared and caramelized, I'm going to put them in a pot and put my mushroom soup in. So let's get it on. Okay, I've got the venison thawed out and cubed up, about 1-inch cubes roughly, and I got them mostly seared. So instead of putting in a pot, I think I'm just gonna stew it in the pan here. So let me mix it all up, let it get to know each other. I think this pan's big enough to hold 2 cans of soup. I've turned the heat down. First can of soup here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to add 1 can of water for 2 cans of soup, because I don't want to get it too runny. I'm just going to swish the water back and forth between the 2 cans. Oh yeah. Alright, so I've only got half a can of water, so I'll start with that and see how that works out. If that gets too thin, I won't add the second half a can. But if it's just about right, or it needs to be just about right, I'll stop at just half a can. It looks about right, actually. Of course, the concentrated soup is a little bit salty, so I may have to add another half a can. Bring the salt level down. But that actually looks about right. That's why I didn't add any salt when I was caramelizing the onions and searing the venison. And I think, well, it is starting to thicken up. I think I'm supposed to cook this for a couple hours on low. Yeah, I might add another half a can. It does look kind of thick, and then of course some of it will boil off too. I'm going to cover this. I might put it in the back burner. Alright, let me put another half a can of water. Water! Okay, that's the second can of water, or half a can of water, and it looks about right. Cover that, and we'll be back. And I believe it's done. It's been, close to 2 hours, probably 1 hour 50. Mighty good smelling. And the meat just kind of falls apart. So I get it in a bowl, let it cool off a little bit. Here goes. Got Got me a little meat, little soup, little onion, probably some garlic in there. I haven't put anything besides what you already saw in here. The meat could be a little more tender, but good flavor. Yeah, a broth or soup or what do you call it? Just right. I can taste the garlic. I can taste the onion. And the saltiness of the soup is just right. Don't need to add any more soup, salt. Let it cool down just a little bit more so I don't hurt myself. Alright, let it cool down a little bit. Add me a little Satan sauce from my buddy Ebomi. Just a little dab of do ya. There you go. Mix it around a little bit. Alright. Get a heaping spoonful. Yeah, just the right amount of kick. Not too crazy. Works well with the other flavors. So yeah, that is definitely worth doing. I might let it go for another hour, but if you're hungry, this definitely fills the hole. You don't have to do it with venison. You can do it with any kind of meat that might be a little tough. Let it stew for a while. So good. Cup of body. That definitely deserves a lot of cowbell. Venison stew bump.